Join us on a magical adventure to Ventura, California, where beach camping dreams come true. We'll soak up the sun, explore the local scene, and savor the laid-back coastal vibes. The Pacific Ocean is our playground, sailboarding, boating, and fishing, paradise found. But our journey has a twist, a detour no one expected. But with a little luck and a whole lot of optimism, we turned a roadblock into an unforgettable story. Leaving the LA hustle behind us, we're cruising through the scenic Malibu canyons, soaking up sunshine. The traffic's still a bit of a crawl, but the open road ahead is calling. Little do we know, an unexpected adventure awaits just around the bend. This is not how we pictured our Monday afternoon, stranded on the shoulder of the 101 with LA traffic whizzing by. Danger is uncomfortably close, but we've got a major problem. Our entire wheel has vanished. Not just the tire, the whole thing. This trim piece is flapping around like a sad broken wing, and look at that naked brake drum, missing its wheel like a shoe without a sole. All the lug studs sheared off clean. What a mess. And we're supposed to be at the campground in 2 hours.
What's your name?
Star.
Star?
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Just when we thought things couldn't get worse, we meet Star, the unlucky driver who encountered our runaway wheel. Thankfully, the damage was minimal.
You're gonna have to put that on YouTube. What do you think?
Stuff happens.
We're just grateful no one was hurt. Highway Patrol arrives and confirms our fears. The wheel has bounced off an embankment and it's long gone. Lucky for us, there's an off-ramp just ahead. We limp off the freeway and stumble upon a deserted office park with a massive empty parking lot. What a relief. But the clock's ticking and most RV shops are closing soon. Frantically, I start dialing every nearby parts store, hoping for a miracle. Then, a stroke of luck. CNS RV service, just 15 miles away, has a brake drum waiting for us. They're closing soon, but they're going above and beyond, staying open late and packing it with bearings and grease. We're back in business. The folks at CNS RV are lifesavers. If you ever need RV service in the Camarillo-Oxnard area, these guys are the real deal. Can't recommend them enough. It's not a Dexter brake drum, but you can't really be choosy at times like this. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. A quick jack under the leaf springs gives me enough clearance to slide my trusty 4x6 board under the axle. Now we're talking. Thankfully, the new brake drum is a perfect fit. Here's a good close-up of the lugs being sheared off. I'm careful installing wheels, following the correct torque sequence and steps. I'm not sure what happened here. It's easier to pre-adjust the brakes before putting the wheel on, at least get them close. Time for the spare tire to step up to the plate. We've never had to use it before. Note to self, restock the heavy-duty nitrile gloves. These food prep gloves are just not up to the task. Now you might be wondering, where was our trusty TPMS during all of this? Well, believe it or not, it was working perfectly fine. Never once did it warn us that a wheel was, missing. I didn't even notice until a kind stranger flagged us down on the freeway. Time for a victory lap. We're taking this rig on a test drive around the parking lot just to make sure our new wheel isn't going anywhere. We're rolling smooth. Looks like we dodged a bullet. Let's hit the road and see if we can still make it to the campground before dark. If there's one thing we've learned from our RV adventures, it's that things will inevitably go wrong. It's not a matter of if, but when. The real test is how you handle those unexpected bumps in the road. A little resourcefulness with a positive attitude can go a long way. Cruising up the Pacific Coast Highway as the sun sets, we're hopeful to reach Immawood State Beach before dark. It's our first time staying there, but we've checked it out before and it seems promising. Heads up, fellow RVers, there's a tight U-turn into Immawood if you're coming from the south on PCH. It can be a bit tricky with traffic buzzing by, so just take it slow and steady. Just south of the legendary Rincon, Immawood Beach offers a similar camping vibe, but with a major perk. The sites are tucked away from the busy PCH, offering a quieter and more peaceful experience. As we near the entrance, the ocean's fury is on full display. Waves crash against the seawall, sending salty spray onto the road. We see prior attempts at holding the ocean at bay here. Once part of the Pacific Coast Highway, this road has been here since the 1930s. Ah, the entrance station. Let's hope someone is here still to get us checked in. As luck would have it, the camp host is set up right behind the station, ready and waiting to help us out. And he is super helpful, getting us oriented and pointing out some interesting history of the park. Immawood offers a total of 90 campsites, all specifically designed for RVs with no tent camping allowed. There's a mix of back-in and parallel sites, and we opted for the convenience of a parallel spot. We snagged one of the campsites near the back, which means a slightly longer drive, but the trade-off is the peace and quiet of less traffic buzzing around our campsite. They pack them in pretty tight here, but that's to be expected along the sought-after California coast. And there it is, our spot, sandwiched right between two big rigs. This parking job is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to leave the nose angled out a bit. It's not interfering with the road, and this is going to make it easier to leave. I love how this wall is doing double duty, not only protecting us from the ocean's reach, but it also creates a nice defined space for our campsite. Feels a little more private, don't you think? We're going to sleep like babies with the sound of those waves crashing all night. Mornings here are a gift. The Pacific's rhythmic pulse fills your trailer, a constant reminder of the raw power just beyond your door. The seawall's rocky guardians polished smooth by time and tide. A vast expanse of ocean stretches before you, beckoning to explore. Trading the crashing waves for a quick climb, we're off to explore the path that leads up to the train tracks. Maybe, just maybe, we'll catch a glimpse of a train chugging along these tracks. Fingers crossed for a little railway magic. Castor bean plants, an invasive species here, seem to have taken over this embankment. The birds may have a head start on the aerial views, but we're not about to let them have all the fun. It's time to launch our drone and see Immawood State Beach from a whole new perspective. Check out how close the campground is to those train tracks. You'd think noise would be unbearable, but honestly, it's not that bad. Here comes that train. What a sight with the misty sunset and the rolling hills in the background. The raised elevation of the tracks probably helps with the noise as well. With its driftwood and rocky shores, we really don't miss the sand much, and if we need to visit, it's just down the shoreline a bit. We'll go check it out later. Today, we're venturing down to the town of Ventura, maybe even checking out the harbor. From this vantage point, it's got that classic California beach town vibe, wouldn't you say? Let's see if we can find some place to park. Well, that didn't quite go as planned. Let's head over to Marina Park instead. It's supposed to have some great views. Hey, check it out. There's the Channel Islands National Park Visitor Center on our right. One of these days, we're definitely going to explore those beautiful islands. Well, here we are at Marina Park, and it's not too busy either. The colorful outrigger canoes, a unique blend of Polynesian tradition and modern sport, dot the marina, inviting exploration of the surrounding waters. There's a fascinating tale behind the mermaid in this statue. Both the statue and its pedestal were donated by Alec Benke, a Russian immigrant who dedicated them as a symbol of his love for his newfound home. Note the traditional Ukrainian yellow flower crown. This is something Alec had done to show his support and raise awareness for the situation in the Ukraine. The harbor here is a peaceful oasis, especially on weekdays, like today. If you're looking for a tranquil escape, I highly recommend visiting during the week. Come the weekend, it's a whole different scene, bustling with activity. But even then, there's a certain charm in watching the fishing boats return with their daily catch and witnessing the gulls swoop in for a feast on the discarded fish trimmings. It's a little slice of maritime life that we never get tired of. And oh, to sail the seas, such a peaceful way of traveling. You can fish from the shore here as well if that's more your style. This replica ship honors Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo's 1542 exploration of the California coast. Standing here, it's easy to picture his journey. We notice Coast Guard helicopters frequently patrolling the coastline, a reassuring presence for those enjoying the water. Soder Point, named after Andy Soder, commemorates his countless hours of dedication, transforming this once overlooked corner of Marina Park into the serene and inviting space it is today. You can follow the inviting pathway lined with benches, connecting you all the way to the Ventura Promenade and Pier. And thanks to the refreshing marine layer, this spot is always a little cooler, offering a welcome respite during the warmer summer days. Let's head back to camp now. We have some more exploring to do around there. Well, look at this. We get a shot of our train finally. Even from here it doesn't sound all that loud. And it's not often we see it running backwards either. Just 100 or so yards south of us, the beach has beautiful moss-covered rocks. California beaches scream for guacamole, and who are we to disagree? My sister has a nice orchard down in San Diego, and her avocados are the best. We're going to go on a hike south of the campground. We should eventually end up somewhere. In the distance, we can see some windsurfers. It'll be fun to watch them from closer up. Now this is just flat out unexpected. There are cactus growing just yards from the shoreline. It is a bit overcast today, but we actually prefer that for walking. And apparently you can use bikes here as well. Turns out this was the first adopted bike path in all of California. Typical beach, lots of birds and driftwood. This little bridge is convenient, and I'm sure it's required when there's been a good rain. We see nobody around here, and yet there is a full trash can. Interesting. Now we can see the windsurfers. Apparently, this is a prime spot for windsurfing. And this guy looks pretty good. Now that looks pretty fun, maybe in my younger days. Talk about some serious air. As we continue on, we pass the group campground and come to this really nice park. The plants and flowers are quite colorful. This sign claims this is an en route campground, meaning you can overnight here, first come first serve, but you have to be gone by 9 a.m. or something like that. But do your own research if interested, don't take our word for it. Too bad about the graffiti. I guess that's the hazard of being so close to the urban areas. Let's head back to camp now. We've got to get ready to move again. As another spectacular beach day greets us, we're reminded of the beauty and resilience of nature. Ventura's charm has captivated us, and we're grateful for the experience, even with the unexpected detour of losing a wheel. Though heavy storms have since closed the campground to camping, we hold on to the hope that its natural beauty will soon be restored and enjoyed by future adventurers. Thanks so much for joining us on this Ventura adventure. We had a blast and we hope you did too. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep creating content you love. Until next time, happy travels.